Hey everyone, Stavan here. In this video, I am going to discuss three major problems related to higher blend of ethanol containing petrol if you are using it in your E0, E5, E10 or E15 compatible engines, and I will be sharing the solutions also. So without much delay, let's get it started. So as we know, government has implemented these E20 blend of petrol from April 1st, 2026. So even though if our vehicles are not E20 compatible, still we have been forced to use these E20 blend of petrol in our E0, E5, E10 or E15 compatible engine. So if we are not using a manufacturer's recommended grade of petrol or fuel or engine oil, then we may see some accelerated damage in spare part of our vehicle. So here I would be discussing three major problems of these E20 blend of petrol if you are using it in your E0, E5, E10 or E15 compatible engine. So the first problem is this E20 blend of petrol can seriously damage the rubber component of your vehicle fueling system. So in this we can include the O-rings, then rubber seals and high pressure fuel line or rubber hoses. So generally what happens, ethanol dries out this rubber if it is made from the NBR, and eventually it will make them brittle and lastly it will crack, and from there you may see the fuel might be leaking out from those lines or injector surfaces, and this is one of the major issue with the E20 blend of petrol if you are using it in your non E20 compatible engine. So generally it can be treated very easily, and let me tell you how. So manufacturers, those who are making the latest vehicles as per the E20 compatibility, so they are using these Y-tone or V-tone and FKM means fluoroelastomers branded fuel line, fuel hoses, O-ring and seals. So these are very much resistive to the higher blend of ethanol in the fuel, and they can even resist the ethanol up to 30 to 85%. So if your vehicle is non E20 compatible, then what I would suggest you can inspect the O-ring upper and lower seal, then fuel pump upper and lower seal, then fuel line and fuel hoses. If they are made of NBR, then you can get the aftermarket kit which is made from the V-tone or FKM branded material, or even the manufacturers also might be selling these E20 kit. So these FKM or Y-tone branded materials, it is basically a rubber material only with the high content of fluorine, and fluorine is very resistive to the ethanol. So generally you can get this kind of hoses or rubber O-ring and seals, and which can extend the life of our other components. So these Y-tone and fluoroelastomer based means FKM based rubber lines are must now, and if you are getting it from the aftermarket, then definitely you should go with it, and you can safeguard your rubber components against the highly adverse effect of the ethanol blended fuel. Now the second problem is the phase separation of petrol and corrosion of injector and fuel pump or petrol tank. So here you can use two different types of fuel additive. For phase separation you can use a specialized fuel additive which prevents the phase separation. So suppose if you are storing your vehicle for a good time, say for example 1 month or 2 months, 3 months, and in that case you can pour this type of fuel additive in the petrol tank, and possibly it will be preventing the phase separation, so you can store your vehicle for a longer period of time. And if I talk about the corrosion and rusting of the fuel pump, injector and petrol tank, so you can use any fuel additive, because most of the fuel additive are having anti-corrosion constituent or ingredients within it, so which can easily treat this kind of corrosion due to the ethanol blended petrol. And the last but very serious problem is the lean AFR. So I have already made one dedicated video on this. If you haven't watched it, then you can go and watch that video also. So in which I have discussed the AFR, then lean AFR, reach AFR, closed loop mode, open loop mode of an ECU. So here what happens generally, a manufacturer tune our engine in a way that it will be injecting the lesser fuel for the betterment of environment, and at the same time we may get little bit better mileage also. So if your existing E10, E5 or E15 AFR is on leaner side in the closed loop mode, and then you are using the E20 blend of petrol, so as we know ethanol itself contains the oxygen molecules in it, so it will further make the AFR leaner. And if the oxygen sensor, lambda sensor or HIGO sensor so fail to inject the more fuel, so in that case you may end up with the lean AFR, and lean AFR is extremely risky. It may even damage your engine in a longer run. And solution of this lean AFR is very simple, but it may be little bit costly. So let me list out all the possible options. So the first thing is you can go with the booster plug, which will inject more fuel, so your AFR may be little bit on rich side. Then the second thing is the piggy bank ECU, so you can design and tune AFR as per your liking, and you can protect the engine. And the third one is the remap. So you can get your ECU remap from the manufacturer or from the brand itself. If brand is giving you an updated ECU E20 map, then it is great. You can go to assisted service center and they will be installing the new E20 map in the ECU of your vehicle, and then your lean AFR issue will be solved. But if they are not providing you, then in that case you can get your updated ECU E20 map from the aftermarket players, those who are remapping the ECUs. So these are the three major problems, starting with the first, that is the damage to the rubber component. The solution is very simple. You can get the aftermarket Petrol or FKM or Whiton branded rubber component, and you can install it in your vehicle, and it will be good to go if you are using E30 or even E85 blended petrol. Then the second thing that we discussed was the phase separation and corrosion. So easily you can use the fuel additives and it will solve that issue also. And the last one is the lean AFR, and this is a very serious issue. So for that you have to remap the ECU, or you can modify your ECU parameters by using the booster plug, piggy bank ECU or any other sort of device. So I hope this video is informative and helpful. If it is, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel also, and hope to see you in the next video. Till then, ride safe and take care.